Hello there, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've blogged, so maybe this will get me off my ass. Now I forgot what the fuck I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, fear. I have two basic fears. It's pretty simple: fire and water. It's not that I can't swim. I can swim like a fish. I've even jumped out of perfectly good helicopters into the fucking ocean for no good reason. But you know, and I'm not talking about fire like this kind of fire either, because without that fire, this kind of stuff wouldn't work for me. So I'm kind of happy it exists. But yeah, yesterday the fire was a little bit too close to home, and that anxiety sets in, and well, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a news feed that I just from a helicopter that I just stole from the internet, so there's no audio. So if I see something, I might speak. I'm not going to try to speak through the whole thing because I'm not quite sure what the fuck I'm going to talk about. This is pretty small, actually. It's about 50 acres there. Started about noon. This is less than an hour, I think, of when it started. You can see the area is kind of remote. You can see the planes are already there. But they all have a potential of getting pretty big, nasty, deadly. I guess that's not so funny. I shouldn't laugh. Perspective's kind of hard here too. That helicopter's pretty high up. If you look real close, you can see other helicopters down there flying, those little white things. And you can see that's pretty much just brush. It's not really trees. You can see a lot of stuff on the other side of that ridge, which is what they're trying not to get it to go to. But once they get down to the flames, they're pretty amazing. 200-300 feet up in the air. That scares the shit out of me. Doesn't look so big there, huh? The other thing they did is they had a big DC-10 come in, which was pretty impressive. I got video of that too. It's kind of cool. You can see the helicopters down there flying. There's the big flames. Impressive, huh? You gotta dig that shit. See, I'm being real quiet because this is the cool part for me. I guess the things that you fear you find amazing too. This shot again, I did take some excerpts of that. That was a long video. This kind of shows some perspective. How isolated it is up there too. That's a big winery, I think, or not a big one, but a winery. And then kind of above there, and you'll see when they zoom in, is actually someone's house. And these are how our houses are kind of spread out in the mountains here. And he's got a helicopter in the driveway. Not quite sure what he's doing there. He's probably dropping people off to protect the house. And then you'll see another helicopter come from the right that's going to do a drop that and a fire line that's probably just a quarter mile or so up the road, maybe half a mile. Again, perspective is tough. You can see the shadow of the helicopter there. And they just drop water. Kind of cool stuff.
A live look now at the fire from Chopper 5. It started just before noon, and you can see the flames there and the smoke still pouring from
just on the other side of the ridge. If the fire comes over the top, it will come down into an area that is heavily populated with several homes. Now, this fire, as you mentioned, has been burning all day long in the Montebello and Flintlock Road areas. about 150 acres so far and counting. It's in a remote area. So far, no houses have been burned. There is a voluntary evacuation in place. Now, let's talk about air power. The fire department has been bringing in helicopters, and CAL FIRE has flown in its big gun to help fight this fire. It's a specially equipped and modified DC-10 that can carry 12,000 gallons of fire retardant. It's been flown in from Kern County. It's getting its first use here in the Bay Area. Now, other tankers can only fly in about 1,200 gallons of fire retardant, so this is a big help. Neighbors we talked to down a little bit lower are not panicky yet, but they are very concerned.
CAL FIRE is fighting the flames with a specially equipped DC-10. It's the first time it has been used here in the Bay Area. Don Knapp is near the fire lines.
A mountain of flame, smoke, and heat whipping over a ridge west of Cupertino dwarfs a lone bulldozer. As many as 300 firefighters from Northern California came to do battle. Firefighters on foot faced big odds. CAL FIRE turned quickly to an air war to get at flames in this rugged, remote mountain area. Helicopters scooped up water at Stevens Creek Reservoir for non-stop runs into the smoke. Some homeowners were on standby. Voluntary evacuations were suggested for about 25 homes. As many as 100 homes are in the general area. None was damaged. Thanks, perhaps, to this. Yes, that sounds like a jetliner, and it is. A jet-powered DC-10 converted to make fire retardant drops.
Well, the DC-10 is a big punch. It's about 12,000 gallons. Our air tankers, the S2Ts that we use, are 1,200. So it's 10 times slowed down the progress of the fire until we could get into it. And then we utilized the helicopters and the smaller fixed wing to work in and around the canyons.
Fire is still unknown, but they did find some down power lines in the area where the fire started. Now, the hand crews working on the lines tonight expect to have a line around that fire about 3 miles of line by morning. It's likely to be several days before they get under control.
So here's the kicker to this. On my way to work this morning, my friendly weekly garbage man decided to pull down the power lines about a mile from my house. So as you can see, the pole on the left, it's pretty much ripped out of the ground and dangling from power lines up above. It was teetering back and forth when I pulled up behind him. He was right in front of me. There's another pole across the street that he pulled down as well. So we're lucky the power lines didn't come down, didn't spark, didn't start another fire. Even the firefighters that were here this morning were from Napa because all the firefighters were at this Cupertino fire. Anyway, they all seem to come in spurts, don't they? So anyway, that was Mephi's morning. I spent the rest of the day home. Power's still out across the street. I have power because it comes in from a different way, but I guess I'd share. I guess I'm just tired of typing or something. I'm not quite sure I like these video blogs or not, but anyway, that's Mephi's Friday for the day. See ya.